My name is Jonathan, and I'm a coming sophomore at Gun. For my final project, I was making a 2D video game using Unity, which is a cross-platform game engine. My third milestone, I was able to add a completely new version of my game, complete with a second player mode as well as new features. Since then, I've been able to add a new set of controls for my second player, music, background image, new enemies, and obstacles. In order to create my second player, I had to not only import the new sprite and completely duplicate the animations regarding my player, but I also had to create a new separate script with new controls, since I wanted the two players to be controlled using two sets of keys. In doing so, I had to go to the input manager page settings of my project, where I had to create a new set of axes for the controls regarding my second player. In creating my new enemies and obstacles, I had to create separate scripts and sprites which I got from a tutorial that I found online. And using those, I have void on-trigger enter 2D method, which checks to see if a player has collided with the enemy, and if so, then the player will be destroyed. Since I was unable to fix my previous problem which occurred in my second milestone regarding how the bombs were slightly displaced from the positions where they dropped, I was able to add a button, a GUI button, which would tell the player about how the bombs would be slightly off-center. And finally, in order to create a background image for my game, I had to create a quad, which is a quadrilateral surface used to represent flat surfaces, similar to a plane. And so I imported a background image onto the shader. And finally, when in implementing my music into the game, I had to use audio source, which can be attached to a game object to play sounds and music throughout the game as the game progresses. Thank you for listening.